Hey, in this podcast, I want to teach you guys how to release an album properly so that you can have the most bang for your buck and get the most fans as possible. Let's go.
I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business and a loyal fan base.
So hey guys, just going for a walk still, and I'm on the rocks here out by the lake. It's beautiful. Hopefully it won't get too windy here, but we'll do our best. But I had a producer friend email me the other day. He DM'd me over Instagram, and he's a friend, and so I reached back. And I'll tell you this, if you ever reach out to me or reach out to anybody, if you want an answer, keep your question short. Keep it simple. You know, no offense or anything, but I don't want to hear your life story and all this stuff and this long paragraph. Nobody does. And I'm not trying to be mean, and no one else is trying to be mean, but we're all busy. Okay? You know, I got my own world going on. I got my own music I'm releasing, promoting, writing. You know, I got my smart music business company and, you know, a lot of other things. I got a family, got a daughter, you know. And so, and a lot of people are the same way, and they're busy. And when you write this long email, you know, we just don't got time to read it. And it's just like, and you expect someone to take their time. Honestly, I feel bad, and I just hit delete. You know, I even had a friend a long time ago, and I was kind of going through a rough time, but he wrote me this really long email, and this was even a friend that's, you know, pretty close to me, but I'm just busy, and it's just like, dang, dude, like, you know, let's get on a call, you know, like, just people are busy. And so, like, if you want a response, you need to keep it so short and so simple and so clear, and be specific and know what you want. And so that's going to require some thinking, okay? Some thinking on your end. And anyway, so my friend DM'd me, and it was like really short, kind of like, hey, Chris, man, I'm working on an album, and, you know, how do I release it, you know? And so I told him, and so I'm going to tell you what I told him. And so what I was saying is like, don't release the album like all at once. I told him to pepper out the singles. Okay, so put out a single, then wait another month, and then put out another single, and then put out another single. That way you keep smashing that Spotify algorithm. That way it forces you to put and make some ruckus and noise behind each song you release. You know, like, make each song an event. You know, I would think that if you wrote the song and you recorded the song, all right, and you want to release it out, that means it's good, right? That means it's great, it's awesome. Otherwise, why are you releasing it? Or it means a lot to you? Well, if those things are true, then why wouldn't you do everything in your power to promote the crap out of each one? Like I tell my Fanbase University students, albums don't sell albums. Albums don't promote albums. Songs promote albums. It's the songs people buy. All right, I'm going to keep driving that home. People buy songs. Songs promote albums. And so when you go and you just release one or maybe two singles, you know, that's how they did it back in the day, you know, especially with like labels, and they would, you know, push each one of those to radio. But you better believe they put a lot of effort in behind each one of those singles. They would do a music video, they do a lyric video, they do all this stuff, all this press around it. They'd push the junk out of that. They'd do a press release around each song and make it a big deal. Well, you still need to do that today. All right, you still need to do that today, and especially so that you can submit it to the Spotify editorial playlist on Spotify, so you can do your pre-save campaign, so that you can just talk about it and just promote it, and then burn that sucker out, and then go on to the next one. All right, and you plan out your release, plan it out as in like a 12-month launch campaign, and keep releasing songs. And so what I said is that, look, and we did this for my album last year, and did extremely well is that we released about 7 singles off of a 10-song album. Out of those 7 songs, we promoted each one of them to Spotify. The majority of them got on some good Spotify editorial playlists. And then when we released the album, when we submitted the album, we were able to submit another song. So I was able to submit 8 of the songs off my album to the Spotify editorial list, and also 8 of the songs off the album all smashed the Spotify release radar and let people know, and we were able to talk about each song, and it just prolonged the promotion, and it was just an excitement. It was a lot of work. It was a big deal, but it made a massive impact, okay? What you don't want to do is just release 1 or 2 songs, and you put barely any effort into it, and then you just release the album, because we all know what happens after you release the album. You promote it for the day, and then and maybe the day's coming up, and then you get exhausted and you're tired, and then actually what happens is we get lazy, and then the next day we're like, if it didn't do that good, I'm not going to promote it. People don't really care. I'm just glad it's out. I'm glad it's over with. Finally got my album out there, and it didn't do anything, but I'm going to go now write some more music that nobody's going to hear because I don't want to market or promote it. You know what I mean? Like, it really bums me out. And it bums me out when I even sometimes do that. But that's why, what I like about, I think it was Ryan Holiday who said in The Perennial Seller, he's like, you worked on this thing for a whole year, maybe even a year and a half. Can you at least promote it for a year? And that's why, I'm on a mission. I was even saying to one of my producers that I've been writing with, we're working on some new music. I was like, look, man, I'm giving myself a full year of promoting. Freaking bird just attacked me right in the freaking back. Holy shoot. So what I was saying before I got freaking attacked by the bird, and I don't even know if I was walking through its area or something like that, and maybe it had babies or something, but oh my gosh, what a vicious bird, man. It scared the crap out of me. Oh my gosh. But what I was saying was to my producer is that, look, I want to promote this album that we just put out. It's only been a year, and I want to make sure that we make as much ruckus for this thing. Of course, profitably, but I want to get rid of all the merch that we made for it. We still got some shirts left. We got rid of all the CDs. We still have a little bit of vinyl left. And we still got some other merch stuff. And so I want to get rid of that, and I want to make sure I've just really given each song a push. There's still some ones that we're finishing some radio campaigns off, and so I sent out another email to radio stations to promote this song called Wake Me Up, and I'm just making sure I'm giving the best effort I can. Oh my gosh, these freaking birds are everywhere. It's unfreaking believable. But I want to make sure I'm giving this 100%. Otherwise, why am I, just gonna go into, making more music? But I will tell you this, marketing, I would say I definitely like it. I enjoy it. I'm good at it. But it is sometimes soul-sucking. Okay? I'm not going to lie. I'm a creator at heart. That's what I really, really love to do. But I love creating and people consuming my content even more. And so, I'm very passionate about, making a living from it as well. And I know that requires marketing, okay? And so I kind of have this, balance. And it's not really balance, sometimes it's 20-80, 80-20, putting 80% of my effort into marketing for a while, and writing goes on the back burner. And then it's 80% writing, and then just a little bit of marketing. But that's what's so amazing about, having a team or having ads running that they can run and promote your music without you being there. And so that's where you want to get to the place so that when you do take a break to go write and work on more music, that your marketing doesn't stop. It keeps going, and the promotion keeps going, and you've built a fan base, and your fans keep promoting, and you can just kind of check in with it and rock it, But sometimes it takes just a lot of effort to get something to move. But you really need to ask yourself, is writing another song going to get me to where I want? Maybe it will be. Maybe you still haven't written the hit yet, and you do need to write that hit song. But you got to ask yourself, have you given your current songs the best shot of blowing up and people hearing them? So I hope that encourages you to watch out for the dangerous birds that are out there. But definitely don't release a whole album at once. Release singles leading up to it. Promote each one. Make it a massive, big event. Get excited about it. And remember, people like, you're going to get more tired of your marketing message before people will. You're going to get more tired, exhausted, and just be like, I don't know. But that's when people are just starting to hear you. Like, even on this big email blast we sent out to promote one of my songs to radio, like, I can't tell you how many people downloaded it still, all right, because I can track who's downloaded the song or streamed it or even just opened the email, and there's still so many people that downloaded that didn't download it from the previous promotions and me trying to get them to play it. And so this thing takes time. It requires follow-up, and like, just because like you're tired and you're annoyed and you think you're working hard, like, people are just starting to hear you. Like, I can't like drive that home harder than ever. And even to myself, it's just like, look, like, people are busy and you need to keep fighting for the attention, fighting for your music, fighting for your career. So hope that inspires you today. I want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits, even if birds are attacking him.
So if you're a struggling artist and you're just trying to figure out this music industry, you want to go full time with your music, you want to get noticed on social media, or learn how to launch an album, an EP, or just get your music more marketed out there, I want to encourage you to check out my coaching program called Fanbase University. Every single month, I jump on the phone 2 times with my students and I coach them and I teach them how to market their music, how to get noticed, how to handle booking agents, record labels, and just get their music out there. Also, you get access to exclusive training, you get interviews with music industry professionals. If you want to find out more and not do this on your own, not struggle, because I've wasted thousands of dollars on my career and now I want to coach other artists, check out my program, fanbaseuniversity.com, or click the link below to find out more info.